Impact. Okay, we have a very interesting show. Now, before we get started, I gotta say this about Rebel. I didn't say it on my AEW review. I should have, but I didn't remember. As you guys know, she has Lou Gehrig's disease. Unfortunately, it's degenerative and it's pretty much fatal unless they finally find a cure for it, which, as far as I know, they don't have one yet. WWE hasn't said anything, of course not. AEW did talk about it. TNA are the ones who did elaborate a lot more of their feelings about Rebel because she was with them from 2013 to 18. They made it clear that she will always be a part of TNA. They love her. And I'm glad they did that. Did they do enough on AEW to say something about her? Not really. They did mention her, but they didn't show any footage of her. TNA did. So I will say TNA did a lot better job than showing love to Rebel than AEW did, where she's been working for quite a while before she had to stop because of the degenerative disease of ACS. I believe it's called ACS? ALS, sorry. Not ACS, ALS. Me personally, I always liked Rebel. I always thought they could have done more with her. But they never really did. I just hope there is a cure. I'm being honest here. I really hope they do find one. If there's a way to cure her now, I hope she can get it. No matter what. I want to see the woman live. But for me, I always will love Rebel. No matter what. Now, let me give you this. We're not too far away from lockdown. And now they're setting up the stage for lockdown. Do I like it? Not bad. Not bad. We know that the show is almost going to be completely all steel cage. That is what they're going to do with lockdown. It's going to be almost all steel cage matches. So they are setting this up. First match. We get the system of Cedric and Eddie versus Sosa and Slater. I'm going to say this. I'm being honest here. I just don't see the appeal of Ricky Sosa yet. Don't see it yet. Like I said, it's still very early for him. He hasn't really done a lot in TNA. The only thing he has is a flashy song. This. And pretty much, he's not a great high flyer compared to Hotch, compared to Slater, compared to Cedric. He's good, but he's not better than them. I'm being honest here. He's not even better than Ali. And when you saw the match that night, you can tell that he's average at this point. That's not meant to be insulting. He's still young and he can learn. And he better learn. Because if he thinks only ring work is going to be enough, and his ring work compared to Cedric Alexander, Mustafa Ali, as well as Leon Slater, who I always said, and I still say it now, that when he came in the company, he had charisma. He could talk. He just had it. He didn't need any type of he didn't need it. He didn't need that type of thing. Yeah, his music has always been good, but he never needed it. He had the charisma to do it. And taking a little bit of words of Grayson Waller, you can be great in the ring, but the moment you get on the mic or show some charisma, it's gone. And he ain't lying. Because Ricky Sosa just doesn't have it yet. He's a lot like Devon Evans. Great potential, but don't got it. Having a certain way of slang the way you speak does not make you better. And that's the truth. Devon Evans sounds like he's from the hood, but does not mean he sounded cool. He just sounded like someone from the hood. There you go. The match, you got Leon Slater pinning Cedric. But here's the thing. Now we're going to get a match in a steel cage. That's what he wants. And even though you did hear nothing from a authority or Daria Ray, you know they're going there. So there you go. Next match. We get quarterfinals. I was not surprised that Thea Hale did not win this match. Thea was allowed to go up against Indy, and since Indy is really popular still, I just didn't see Thea winning here. I just didn't. So they did a good match, but Thea was going to lose here. And she needed to lose. We don't want to see another NXT star who, and understand, I like Thea Hale. I do. I believe Thea is ready for the main roster at this point, but they still have not done it yet. I'm worried they may just let her go. But she's earned all the work she's done. They gave her so many different characters. She did her best with them all, and she's still very popular. But I wasn't expecting her to win here because she's low-hanging fruit. I'm being honest here, she's low-hanging fruit. And yes, she's working with Miss Parker right now. She's going to have a match with her next week. But still, she's low-hanging fruit. That match she had, let's make it very clear, winning that North American Championship, that was a fluke. Because you know who could not get up. She got the wind knocked out of her. So, there you go. Next, tag match, which didn't have a real tag in it. It was a handicap match. Some reason, Rosemary wasn't there. You see Allie begging for her. You see Allie trying to find her, but she wasn't there. So she had to do the match herself. And she did a pretty good job at it, but unfortunately, when she was getting attacked from all sides, she got Mr. Elegance messing with her, she got the Iceman messing with her. The Iceman brings in the title, one of the tag titles, her tag title. Not one of the tag titles, she only had her own. She pulled him into the ring. She nailed him. She got Mr. Elegance, and then she hit M, which DQ'd the match. And now Daria is making it very clear that if Rosemary doesn't appear soon, those titles are gone. So there goes the big question. Where is Rosemary? What's going on? I don't know. Let's see what they're going to bring up. Next, we have the other quarterfinal match. That was Jada Stone versus Jody Threat. Now, I'm going to be honest here. I like Jody Threat. Jada Stone is okay. But I expected Jody Threat to go forward. And I think she should have gone forward. I do not agree with Jada Stone going forward. I'm sorry. I'm being honest here. Do I feel anything for the spark? No. Because she has not done enough. I'm sorry. The storyline that she's been in was not that compelling. And now she really needs to be more than what she is. Being good in the ring is one thing. Being more of a character is another. And as much as she's charismatic, she is. Does not always translate. Having a lot of charisma doesn't always go with mic skills as well as psychology in the ring. She's good in the ring to a certain extent. But is she... Why do I have this feeling they're going to throw the title on her? It's not going to be Indy that's going to win. Now, I know they're not finished yet. They still got more quarterfinals to go. But it's a weird feeling I'm getting that Indy and her, when they finally possibly go up against each other, Indy is not going to win this. And they're going to give this to Jada Stone. I don't think that's the wisest thing to do. Yes, it's good to see someone new get into the main title picture. But you got Indy who should be in the title picture. You got Jody Threat that should be in the title picture. You got... Let's make this very clear. Even though Xia Brookside facing Wendy Chu maybe next week. I think it's next week. It's fine. But I want to see more of Elena Black. And I would like to see Wendy Chu join TNA. Because I think she would do better being in TNA than she would be in Evolve. Because they're not doing much with her. Yeah, she won the Evolve title, but what does that mean? Nothing. But it's like they have all these other women. Mara Sage, Elena Black, yes, Jody Threat, Jada Stone, yes, I'm saying it. You got M, you got Heather, all these other women that you have that could go forward and should go forward. But Jada Stone, I just don't see it. I don't think she should go forward, and I don't see it. And if they do make her go forward all the way to the last match before they finally let someone win that title and she wins it, I will not agree with it. Not because I hate her. It's just because I don't think she's there yet. But it's just me moving on. The final match. Hotch versus... Well, you know what? No, not yet. Not yet. Let's talk about everything else that we had. Let's talk about Casey Navarro. Let's talk about the Hardys. Let me give you like this. Casey Navarro, did he talk well? Yes, he did. I actually liked what he said. Particularly, he was talking about his two younger brothers. Being there and he wanted to inspire them. There's nothing wrong with that. Being a little real in your promo segment is nothing wrong with it. The question is, where they're going to go with him. Because look what happened. After the system lost, they came out cutting into his TV time. And he's telling them, "What? Yo, this is my TV time. What the hell you think you're doing?" He said, "Get out of here, kid. You don't mean anything." And he called them all bitches. And then they whooped his ass. Now, yes, Eichner came out along with Sosa and Slater to pretty much back him up. That means there's going to be a match. Maybe that will be the true lockdown match. That might be the lockdown match. The system versus all of them. That's a possibility. Which I wouldn't be too surprised. That's what they're booking. You're going to have Slater, Eichner, Sosa, and KC in that lockdown match. That could be it. Unless I'm wrong, and I probably am wrong. You guys tell me below. Because I haven't checked the website. I haven't checked to see what the lockdown match itself is yet. But if it's them, 4-on-4, I would not be surprised. Next, the collecting of money for... I'm sorry. I said it before and I'll say it again. Expression should be working with somebody other than AJ Francis. He doesn't need him. He's charismatic and funny enough to get stuff done by himself. And I want to see Expression work with somebody else. BDE. Rick Swann. Yeah, I know Rick Swann can talk. He's great and everything. But if they're still a tag team, which they are, put Expression as their manager. Make it interesting. Because I think he will work for them. Yes, I know Swann is charismatic. He can talk himself out of a box. But there's nothing wrong with having a manager. But now he's collecting money because he got tombstone by a drifter who did venture out, talk to a little bit. AJ Francis says, leave the home man, the hometown man is still popular. I still like him myself. And he said simply, you want something? Let's do something. Steel cage match. And that is AJ Francis. He says, you want that? All right. Now we're getting a steel cage match for them. Okay. Now, the Hardys. Let me say this. When it comes to the Hardys, now dealing with the Nimitz, do I want to see this match? No, I want to see another tag team, but we don't have one. The Great Hands are not really much right now. Particularly now what happened with Hotch. Now you could say, well, you can use, and I'll get to it, like Agent Zero and Ali himself. I know, but this is not the time because of what's going on in Order 4. But they need more teams. Just having the Righteous, who now we don't know if they've been readjusted after going through the Lake of Reincarnation. And yes, look at the Hardys. Jeff is now doing the bit where he was dressed in a suit, smoking cigarettes like he used to, drinking like he used to, having his old weird Jeff Hardy belt. He's now the Antichrist, as he calls himself. The addicted sober drinker. The addicted drug addict sober. Sober drug addict. Sober drinker. Well, alcoholic. I like that. I mean, he was honest saying that I'm a sober alcoholic. I'm a sober drug addict. That was actually done pretty well. But now you're having Nick Nimitz going against him. Then, next week, you're going to have Ryan go against Matt. And now the week after that, and I believe it's the week after that, you're going to have Jeff go after Nick for the title. And that makes me think, how few people they got on the roster that you got to use the Hardys for this. That they're not showing. Dude, this is the thing that I'm not understanding when it comes to TNA. Because you're not willing to use your money, that you're doing everything you can to hold your money back, you should have more people on the roster. I still think the New Day should show up in TNA, not AEW. They're just going to make them do tons of matches, and I don't think they're going to have great storytelling. Now, unless they're going to get it the same as Cope and Christian, which I don't think they will. You never know. I would love them to go to TNA for a while. It's not meant to be there permanently. They can go to AEW later, but I just love them to go to TNA. Stay there for a year. Make TNA mean something. With two of the most memorable wrestlers that have been in recent memory. And the most beloved faction in history. New Day's faction was the most loved in history. No matter what you say, it's the most loved. More than many other factions. The only ones I know of that easily beat it is DX and the NWO. They're up there. I'm sorry. And I know you're going to say, what about Nation Domination? Yes, they are very strong contenders to be the third one. But at this point, we're talking about current. And yes, it produced a lot of people. We had three guys that were so charismatic. They overpowered anyone that they were with. You got Rainbow Unicorns getting over. When did the Nation Domination do that? Yes, it produced Mark Henry and The Rock. Yes, it even made Owen Hart even more popular and Farouk, the Ron Simmons, who's already over that. Yes, but come on. New Day is here. The Nation is here. It's a different era, and you could see the difference in the way they acted. So I want that. But seeing this, I'm just... You get my point. Now, I would love there be at least 2 more tag teams in that company. I don't care who. Just bring more in. I'm just saying. Now, let's see. Anything else I'm forgetting here? Almost forgot. No, it's not necessary because it really didn't show much. I'm sorry. I was going to talk about Indy Hartwell, that there might have been almost a wardrobe malfunction for her. You might have seen it, but you know what I mean. Final thing we're going to talk about. Oh, almost forgot. 30 seconds takedown. What the fuck? Why are you... I'm going to leave it because I want more information about the 30-second takedown. Because I know it's going to happen after Bound for Glory. And on TNA Plus. But really, let's see how this is going to be fleshed out. Final match. Hotch versus a Mustafa Ali. Or Mustafa Ali. I say Mustafa because it sounds more cooler. That's me. I don't care. Great match. Hotch's family was there. His daughter was there. His wife was there. You saw that there was dissension in Order 4 because Skylar couldn't stand that Ali was willing to cheat because he pulled the ref in front of himself so Hotch would nail him. Then he gave him a nut shot to the gonads. I don't think I got a shot of that. But in the end, Skylar didn't like what had happened. And then when Ali was using his feet on the ropes, you saw a little bit of Tasha Steelz not liking it either. And then you see Mila Moore and her going at it, started fighting. So Order 4 is a mess right now. But the key here is this. Even with all that adversity, you got Jason Hotch winning the international title. I'll give him a clap because I think he's a great wrestler. Was he a great character? No. But they did try with him. And he did try his best to make a character work. He won that match. He is now the international champion. Great. Now what? This is where they must book this correctly. Guys, you can love Jason Hotch all you want, but the key here is now what? What happens with Hotch? Because here's the key of this. Hotch must be booked good. That means there must be now a feud for him, which is going to be Ali. But how are they going to book this? Is Hotch out of Order 4? Is he still with Order 4? How are they going to book this? How are they going to have Tasha Steelz go up against Mila Moore? How are they going to show Order 4 now? Is it going to be split into two different factions? Order 4 and the former Order 4? Are they going to stay together? Is Ali going to leave Order 4 and let them stay together? And he's going to have Agent Zero with him? That is going to be the big question. Now what? Hotch won, but now what? They got some work to do to make this mean something. Because if they do not book this correctly, this is going to fall dead on its face. But I'm still having an open mind. We need to know how far this is going to go with Hotch. And what they're going to do with Hotch. And can Hotch actually make this work? But it's just me. Peace.